Well, a squirrel zipped up that tree. Just a good old-fashioned red squirrel. I can't see him now. He's way up in there. But I want to give you guys an update. We had such a terrible time with the squirrels getting into the house, up into the attic. So it started one day when I was upstairs in one of the spare bedrooms, and I could hear just crawling around on the walls, and I knew something was up. So I kind of tapped on the wall, and then I heard scurrying. So then I did it for a couple of more days, and then I knew that something was up for sure. So I would sit outside, and I had a family member knock on the wall, and sure enough, I saw it come out of up under one of the eaves of the house. A squirrel shot out of there. So I tried to do the fox urine stuff, and it worked really well, and you'll see as I talk about it for a good stretch. But if you get a lot of rain, then you got to keep reapplying. But up under the eaves, I couldn't get up there, so it's a big 2-story house. Ooh, that little flicker right there just caught a grasshopper that launched from down here up into the tree, and he caught it. Anyway, so eventually we had to have like a pest control guy come out, and he sealed that. He put some tin up there and kept them from getting in there. But what he did was, when we knew they were in there, he put a trap where it was kind of fenced off, where when it would come out from under the eave, it was going to get stuck in the live trap. And it was a homemade trap that he had made, kind of like a little wired tunnel system that led to the pan triggered trap, live trap. So he got that one, and then after he had it in the trap, then later on he had sealed that hole up there with some tin and some other stuff, and he put a little bit of raccoon urine to keep other squirrels from, because they'll always know where other ones have been. So then we didn't have any issues with them until, and you'll see here in these clips, then we had some more on the other side of the house show up on the other eaves. And so, you know, it was quite the adventure. But in this video, I'm going to show you some tips on what I use that worked for me to be able to catch these squirrels and not have to call the pest control guy. He essentially told me, you know, what to do. And I tried the local, you know, forage stuff like acorns, pecans and things, but it didn't really seal the deal, because there's a pecan tree back there and a peach tree that had dropped a bunch of old peaches, and the plum tree. So they weren't getting into the trap because there was already stuff all around, and there's, you know, an oak tree in the front yard, some acorns. So what I did is I put the peanut butter on the toast, and that did the trick. Just the scent of it, it was different. It was a big slab, and so that really lured them in there. Anyway, so this is an updated video, so you can kind of see how this all went and how it worked for me, and hopefully it'll work for you. Enjoy. Welcome back, fishing friends. Hey, we're back here again with another adventure. Nothing like Jif peanut butter and a piece of wheat bread. Hey, this is going to be something different today. I got to set up a live trap here to take care of these pesky squirrels. I've already trapped one, but we've got another one that I've heard trying to chew his way up into the attic. And normally I use some red fox urine in different spots to take care of it. I put it on the pecan tree, the peach tree, and the plum tree, and some different spots, and they don't like that, and they steer clear. But lately, with the moisture we've had, you know, the fox urine just hadn't been getting it done, so I've had to set out some live traps. It's a small size, and it works great. So I'm going to go ahead and get that rigged up, and the squirrels love peanut butter, and they'll eat bread, and I'll put a couple of I think it's like a couple almonds and some walnuts or pecan in there also for an attractor. But anyway, let's get to it, and I'll show you how it's done. Okay guys, so what I did was I just used some green crafting wire, and you can get this just about anywhere, but so I ran it through the trap and twisted it off down here. This is exactly how I caught the first one. He came down into the trap, sprung it, and he's good to go. There's like a pecan, and underneath there's a couple acorns, and there's a piece of toast. And down here it's like a pecan shelling factory under the pecan tree. And that's one of the things, you know, if you're gonna have fruit trees, nut trees, it's gonna attract all kinds of critters. And we don't mind them so much, but when they start getting into the attic, to have their young ones, or, you know, for shelter for the winter, the thing is, there's a lot of trees in the neighborhood, but they're not big enough, mature enough for them to build their nests in. So they've been pretty active here around our place. All right, so yeah, that is a big piece of bread, but it's been cold and that thing's gonna shrink down, and it'll definitely work. They love that peanut butter. All right, let me get the other wire through the back here, and then we'll be right back. All right guys, so I got the other wire down here, and this is gonna work great. And just as I was setting this, guess who climbed the fence and jumped into the plum tree trying to get in here? I see him. He's running around the neighbor's fence over there. I can't get the camera over there, but I can hear him. He came over and was wanting to take a peek. And see, I trapped the other squirrel, it was about 2 weeks ago, and I think they know that whoever was here, that this is now vacant territory. And so a new one has come in to kind of check things out. But I heard him up when I was upstairs, I heard him sounding like somebody sawing on a piece of wood. And they're just gnawing up there trying to make a new hole. We patched up the other hole with a piece of tin. But anyway, so that's the plan here at the worldwide headquarters of Casual Observations. We've got this Duke small live trap set up, and we'll see how it goes. Now, I know there's probably better ways to set up that trap, but that's the one that's worked here well for me, so I'm going to keep doing it. Here's the Trap Shack company's red fox urine, and this worked really well, and it was keeping rabbits away and keeping the squirrels away, but anytime we get any moisture, we got to reapply, and for some reason, they've just been getting a little bit more used to it, or brave, I guess you could say, and they've just ignored it. And you know, I put it along the tree branches that they used to get up on the roof and along the top of the fence line, and like I said, it was working great for a while, and for quite a while actually, and then I guess I just thought that they were just going to ignore it. But anyway, so that's it. Comes in like a handy dandy, almost like the old school ketchup and mustard bottles, and you just squirt where you need it to go. And I use a piece of wool for along the gates, the bottom of the gates, to keep the rabbits out, and up along the trees, I just put it on the branches I've seen them on. Anyway, so that's pretty much going to be it for today, and hopefully if we trap something, I'll let you know. And we were successful once, and as active as these guys are looking for food, I'm sure we'll get another one. Alright guys, so here's a picture of the first one that I caught, and it was, you know, similar setup, same trap, and I didn't go through how the trap is actually sprung due to time there, but they go in, they hit the pan, the door closes behind them, and I know there was a couple nuts under the pan there, the little trigger, so I cleared those out, moved them out of there, so it'll go all the way down. But so we caught this one, and I have all the confidence in the world that the trap is going to work again. We're going to catch another one and take care of that problem. But anyway, it's a great way to take care of nuisance varmints, rodents, or whatever. These traps are great. This one is a Duke's small live trap. Welcome back, guys. So this is an update video on the one that I had done on trapping the nuisance squirrels. So this is a deal with Duke traps. These are fantastic, easy to use, and the one that I use is this one right here. It's the 1-1 cage trap, model 1100.
and you know, it's a 16 by 5 by 5, and it targets the, you know, the small rodents and small squirrels, any squirrels really. You could also use this one, the 2-1, the model 1105. So after the video you saw when I set the trap, it was about 2 hours later. I came back just to take a peek at it, and sure enough, I had a squirrel. I came back and I noticed when I was coming back that in the area was another squirrel dancing around. So I went ahead and set the trap, and sure enough, about 2 hours later, 2.5 hours, I took a peek out there and I caught another one. So I caught two more after you saw me set that trap, and it was so easy. That peanut butter on that slice of bread or toast, that wheat bread. And if it's a cool day, it's going to dry out and freeze up and shrink a little bit. And it did, but man, that peanut butter sure attracts them. So the link, I'll put the link in there for Duke Traps. It's a great products, great website to take a look at. And they've got these little instructional videos on how to set them. And they're reasonably priced, and you can find them just about anywhere. You can order them directly from them. But, you know, that trap is so simple, and it works great. And so let's go to the footage here, and you can see what I'm talking about. And that's pretty much it. And I think we're done with the squirrels for now. And if anything changes, you know, I'll post an update in here so you can see how that's going. But thanks for stopping by, guys. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.
Alright guys, here's an update. So it worked. I got number 2. So what I'll do is take it apart. I'm telling you, toast works great with peanut butter. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Just wanted to give you the update. See you later. Bye bye. Here we are again. This is the third one. He's not happy. So this one's about 4 hours after I got the first one of the day, and the other one I got a couple days ago. But there you go. Alright guys, so that's about it, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye bye. I don't know if you can see him, guys, but the red squirrel right there, he's gonna go way up the tree now. So after you've seen these videos, there he goes, you'll be able to implement some of that stuff and be able to catch these nuisance squirrels you got. The cool thing about using the peanut butter on the bread is that, and this, you know, was cold weather and it lasted for quite a bit of time. I got to reuse that as I caught different squirrels. And then there was a time or two where I refreshed it and put a new piece in. But when it was all said and done, guys, I trapped 9 of them, and got rid of the problem. Now there's a couple more I've seen that have moved into the area, and they always do. They always know where territory is vacant, and then they'll come back in and start sniffing around and try to claim an area or expand their territory. So there may be an update to an update of if I trap any more, but that branch was perfect, how I could wire the trap right there to that big branch and just slide the, there he goes. Now he's moving up there. I don't think you can see because of the sun. He's working his way up there, but wired it to the tree. And I had one where you could see where he tried to chew through the wire, the back anchor, and he gnawed through it. so it was a little loose. So I need to hide it a little bit better, make it a little bit more tighter. But anyway, all right guys, thanks for watching the videos. I hope this helps. I know they're a real problem and they can just drive you nuts. And if you're somebody like me that's got some nut trees and fruit trees, it's just something that's just gonna happen. You know, they're always foraging for food. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and I appreciate your support. And good luck with trapping your nuisance squirrels.